Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is Becky Raney, and today we are taking on our business training on onboarding new leaders. Yeah, how do we help people get started with doTERRA? There's so much great information that doTERRA has, and it's so much that it's really hard to know really how to get started. And that is the biggest question that I get with people is, Becky, what is the plan? And so, when I went through and looked at all the different things that you can do, I decided to come up with a little checklist of different things that would help. And the very first thing is doTERRA has this big goal. The goal is that they want to triple our impact by 2030. That's amazing. Triple what we've got today in 10 years, actually 8 years. And it's doable. doTERRA is an incredible company with incredible products. And so to really think about reaching every home with these oils is just going to be a really great goal to have. So, how do you fit in? Are you someone who wants to start sharing these oils with people? Well, in order to do that, you first want to get engaged, and you want to purchase a welcome kit. In India, we have these kits that you can get started with. There's two of them, and these kits are a great way to start experiencing the oils. These oils, they're like no other oils. So you can't just say you're selling essential oils, you're selling doTERRA essential oils. So we love for you to get these oils in your hand and actually start experiencing them, using them, putting them in your water, doing all the different things that you can do to be able to share these effectively. Set yourself up for success. You want to maintain a monthly loyalty reward program. And this loyalty reward program is really just a the backbone, the bloodline of the business. It's so incredible to know that doTERRA has a program that will reward you deeper discounts for being loyal. I will go into that a little bit more later in the program. You are going to want to receive a wellness consult right away from your upline. If that's me or someone else who invited you today to watch this video, this wellness consult is extremely important. I call it the second enrollment. I know because when the person goes to class, they decide to do a kit or they talk to you online or something and they decide to join, you want to show them how to use the oils. So because you've been experiencing the oils, you want to show people how to use the oils. You want to receive a wellness consult. So it's just really a great thing to do. You're going to want to get connected to the social media, the team app, and your upline groups for ongoing events to be informed of what's happening, like on these classes that we do weekly, or on doTERRA India's classes, or their events that they have coming up. There's so much training you could take a part of, so it's really good to be able to have choices in front of you by being plugged in. I always think it's also important to be plugged in on the doTERRA Facebook page because they always make announcements. There might be a flash sale or a BOGO or something like that coming up. So, new products. I mean, there's always something that you can use to be promoting. You want to learn the compensation plan. The compensation plan pays you 5 ways. And the more you can plug into that and understand that plan, the more powerful it'll be. You're going to want to learn about the company, the backbone of this business. I've heard a lot of people in India talk about network marketing companies. There's a lot of corruption and a lot of dishonest people in the company or in selling the product. So it's really important to follow the integrity and to be good, honest people. That is the type of people that we want to be working with. You're also going to want to download this app on your phone. This is a book, The Essential Life. It was written by our upline, and they also have a phone app. The phone app really truly is the best thing to have. You can't carry that book around with you all the time. It's really great to have this phone app with you because you have your phone with you all the time. You can look up different wellness concerns, what an oil does, what its properties are, the chemistry, the recipes. There's everything is in that app, and it's just really powerful. So download that at app.essentiallife.com. And then the wellness consult, you got to want to schedule that right away. So if you are one of my team members or another upline member has enrolled you, please reach out to them and schedule that. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a customer or a builder, this wellness consultant actually helps you go over the oils, how to use them, what your goals are. with health-wise or wellness concerns that you want to focus on. We show you how to use a diffuser, and then we'll connect you again to all the resources I just spoke about. You'll personalize a few recipes for your wellness concerns. We'll show you how to log into the website, and we'll show you how to find different recipes. I already said that, but there's really fun do-it-yourself things that we can do to make your recipes for your personal use. And you're also going to consider the loyalty reward program. The other part, I think it's so important, is to go over the loyalty reward program. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit more, but the loyalty reward program is the business. But it's very important to talk to both customer and builder about all of these things that we're talking about, because this is the foundation of our company. And I shared in my group, Suzanne, I don't know if you did the new Live Guide. Of course, we've shared it in the past, but because we have new owners or new members, you want to maybe share that with them. We're going to show you guys where that is on the website as well. But this Live Guide is a pamphlet that has all the products that doTERRA offers. So you're not going to be able to talk about a lot of these products, but it's really fun to show people the diversity that doTERRA has with all these other things that will eventually come to India. And we're really excited that you have what you have, because like Suzanne said, she's opened up other markets and they haven't started with some of the things that they're starting with in India. So it's really fun to show what the opportunity is going to be as we introduce products every month. And I think that having the oils, go through and learn these oils that are available now. Because when you learn these oils, it's not like 250 oils and products that we have in the United States where it's so overwhelming. You have 10 oils in this kit. Just start with one and get to the next one and just learn about what those oils can do. Okay, here is another bunch of resources that you want to connect with. You want to connect with the doTERRA India Facebook page, the Instagram page. Those are so important. That's where you're going to find a lot of the art resources that are specific to India. I've noticed that they still are posting some things that are United States things. So keep an eye out for, just be mindful that they're learning too at the office. They've only been there, 6 weeks now, as far as some of the staff, and just it's just really exciting. But one of the things you're just going to want to be is flexible, right, Suzanne?
Yes, definitely.
And
patience.
Yeah, patience. The next app that you're going to want to download is called the Team app. And we have all these links. So if you want to do screenshots of this and stuff like that, download this Team app. I think this is the most important one because it's going to give you a notification when a new announcement's there, if they're having a little bit of issues with something, like maybe shipping or whatever is there. And so this will be a really great way to stay informed on a business level mindset, okay? And then also the YouTube channel with doTERRA, you want to subscribe to that. And this YouTube channel is where a lot of videos are that you can share on your social media channels or even just for educational purposes. Now, that's for customers and business people. If you are a business person and you want to start your own social media platforms, please do so, but do not use the word doTERRA in it, because you would be misrepresenting yourself as far as you're not the company of doTERRA. doTERRA has the rights of their name, but you can say Manoj's Essential Oils of India or something fun like that, so that way people know that you are a wellness advocate and that you are promoting doTERRA products. Does that make sense? How are we doing on the chat, Suzanne?
Great. No comments yet.
Okay. Here are some other resources that you can find on the doTERRA United States website. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to try to bounce back and forth. It doesn't usually work so well, especially if my network is not on par right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till the end to jump off my PowerPoint, and then I'm going to show you these things and where to find them on the website. So I'm talking really fast on purpose because we're going to spend some question and answers time showing you how to place an order, showing you how to enroll things, where to find things on the different websites and all of that, okay? But this is really important to have maybe on your phone. I use a little thing that comes with my Macintosh, and I know PCs and other computers have like a little notes window. Suzanne showed me this. It was just like, that was like the wah moment for me. Like if I would have known that 20 years ago, it's those silly software programs that come with your computers that you never use. It's been a lifesaver. I put links, shortcuts, screenshots on that, and I share that all the time. So when I'm talking to a new leader and they ask me a question, boom, it's right there. I can copy it, share it to them, and they have all the information right away. This Empowered Life series is a education series. This is something to learn about the business. It's to learn about the oils. This daily drop is a thing you'll get every day, a little tidbit that's only a minute to 2 minutes long on an oil. So it's like slowly dripping. They call it the drip, right? And it's a slow drip of teaching you everything about the oils. Actually, you can get it as an email too, but I think it mostly texts you. And then the Living magazine, they've revamped the artwork on this too. It's beautiful. And this is something that comes in a PDF form and you can download it. Keep in mind, they have the United States catalog of products in the back of it. And so that's kind of fun to know that that's there, but you're not going to be able to buy those things right away anyway. Hopefully they'll come quicker. But it has amazing articles about recipes and like how to go to the gym and work out and use the essential oils, or how to do your laundry or clean the home with essential oils. And they're just really wonderful, diverse, seasonal type topics that are really great. And then here's a blog. Whoops, I'm gonna get rid of this here. I've got too many windows open on my screen that's blocking me. Anyway, take a screenshot of this and we will show you where all that is. Basically, this is an old screenshot of my website back in the day, and doTERRA is always improving and working on their website, so things change. And if you notice, if you go to, I put this link up here, it will say HTTPS, which means it's a secure site, doterra.com. And then look here, there's IN for India. They only have English in India right now, _ India. There will be different links when you're going to the United States website or the Canadian website. You can pretty much type in doterra.com and I'll go to the Google and there will be 3 or 4 different doTERRA websites. You can look to be sure that you're getting the right one according to Indian rupees and all of that stuff. However, they have not populated it with a lot of other things that the United States site has. And so the United States has a lot of different links down at the very bottom of the page where you can learn what's going on. And don't get yourself stuck in all this education. I've had a lot of people ask me questions on my team. Well, where's this? Where's that? And just know that each site for different countries, you're going to find different things. It's because doTERRA United States is where doTERRA started. Our site has all of the stuff, but you will find other countries will have different requirements for their country government. They will have different things going on there. So be mindful if you open up the wrong link that there's going to not be the stuff you're looking for. And I think that's really important to explain to new people that. So only go to 2 sites. Don't you agree, Suzanne? The United States site and the India site. Be mindful. I've had people, again, ask me for things and it's just not going to be on the India site because they're still updating. It was very smart. I was kind of frustrated at first learning how to open up a new country. Why don't they open up with all this stuff? Well, they want to slowly populate the site with all the stuff to help grow with you. And so that's why it's so great that you're on our team now. You get to grow with doTERRA and learn all these things. I find it's, even when Suzanne and I were working 2 years ago, how much more has advanced even from then to what's now. So Again, be patient with the site. If you're not finding something on the India site, go to the United States site. The United States would just say US, English _ US. So it's just the same thing. It's just the different country up there. Now, again, I had mentioned something about the loyalty reward program. You guys have all seen this in many of our classes, presentations, everywhere. This is the key to deeper discounts for customers. You always want to talk about this for everybody's a customer. Everybody's a customer. Many of you may have joined without purchasing a product because you want to just roll up your sleeves, figure this out, and that's understandable. However, I also believe you're going to want to order product right away to be able to get on the deeper discount sliding scale, if you will. Every month you place an order, you're going to get deeper discounts. And you always want to share that with your new members. I do during the class when I'm teaching it. And I also do during the wellness consult. We also teach this during our business leadership classes, that people, I still kind of think, get a little bit confused about the scale. This is the loyalty reward program for anybody. The rules is that you need to order every month. And when we're talking about ordering every month, doTERRA wants to reward you for being loyal. And so we talk about product value points, which is PV. When you go on to the India website, every product there, you have to log in to see it. If you're not a customer and you're just browsing the website, or if you're not a member and you're just browsing the website, you're not going to see the PV points most of the time, and you're not going to see the wholesale price. So you want to log in to your website, and then you'll see it for your benefits, right? These PV points you really want to pay attention to. That means product value. So you'll have a lemon oil and you'll probably see 12 or 13 PV next to it. When you're on the United States website, usually 10 PV is $10 United States. But because we have all these countries that are buying from doTERRA, PV is like the doTERRA money. So we can talk in value points to run your business. And so you always want to be placing an order so you will not lose your gained percentages every month that you order of getting product value points in a little bank account where you can use to get free product. If you're going to be doing this as a business, you do need to be ordering 100 PV worth of product every month. And I've had that question with new people just joining, and maybe they didn't join with the kit. That maybe they're going to want to start signing people up and things like that. And you're still going to want to have 100 PV so you can earn the fast start bonus. And so this is the investment of the business. When you're doing your business, like if I started a print shop like I did 28 years ago, I had to go to the bank and I got denied. I had to go to another bank to get a loan and I got denied. I had to go through and finally get a loan. I was only 25 years old when I started my business. Actually, I was 23. And we, had to have my dad co-sign. It was just like all this headache stuff, to find employees, buy equipment, find a location, build a business. With doTERRA, it's incredible. You only have to do a small investment. And what I am suggesting is if you wanted to buy kits like those intro kits to resell, that's a really great way to earn money right away to try to get building up on your percentages there. So this is really important, you guys. This is the framework of the business right here. Anything you want to say about that, Suzanne?
I did want to say one thing about it, because people dismiss the LRP. And like Becky said, a lot of you think, oh, we'll just enroll with no product and then we can start building the business. It's really difficult to share and to teach people about the oils if you've never used them or experienced them yourself. So if people can at least get the intro kit, it's really important. But one of the things a couple of weeks ago, Nicole, one of the leaders that taught the product class, she talked about enrollments being the #1 activity. And I heard a class in my Philippines market just this last week, and this leader said, Enrollments are like the heart of your business. You have to keep doing them all the time to live and to have growth, right? But the LRP is the lifeblood. So you know that in our bodies, our heart cannot, I mean, like we have to have that blood always flowing, you know, right? To make the heart active. It's the same way. You have to have the enrollments for growth. But if you don't have the LRP, there's no continued growth. There's no residual income. Your business doesn't thrive. You don't rank, you know, you don't earn commissions. You guys, loyalty rewards program is so important. Without the lifeblood, the heart would just stop and die. And it's exactly the same. Enrollments are super important, but without the LRP, which is the lifeblood, your business isn't going to keep growing. It's so, so, so critically important. So I just wanted to just really stress that.
That's very good. It's true. I love that, the lifeblood. And I think that as we bring new leaders on and you're growing your business and you're doing these things, what does it take to do this? And, you know, I've been doing lots of different trainings and things like that, which is the lifeblood too, right? Of always growing and learning. But having a critical conversation, you know, I think that I have lots I can say about this, so I'll try to keep it quick. But a critical conversation is, hey, you got to enroll people. You're not going to earn any money. I've had people say, well, I want to earn money right now. Well, I can't give you a paycheck. doTERRA can't give you a paycheck unless you sell a kit. And so that's the critical conversation. When you're not in action, sharing, talking to people, doing things, they don't know about it. They're not going to buy from you. You can't just sit there and look pretty. That doesn't work. Thank goodness for me. You know, you have to be in action. You have to be really going through and working hard and doing that. And the more you do it, the more benefits you get. If you just schedule one class a month, you're only going to get a little bit. If you schedule 5 classes a week, you're going to really grow. And so that is a critical conversation, I think, is that allowing people to know that this is your business. We want you to learn how to become independent. And that is the mindset of, like, you know, I have no children, but Suzanne has children. And when you have the baby, you change the diapers, you fix this baby up, you make sure they get dressed to go to school, you make sure they eat their lunch, you know, you're doing all these things. And then pretty soon this child graduates from high school and goes to college. And Suzanne's like, oh my gosh, I hope I did a good job enough that when they go to college, they know how to make dinner for themselves or something, right? And it's just like, but the child, this young adult doesn't want mom's help anymore. Leave me alone, mom. I can make my own dinner. I'm going to eat pizza and bad food or whatever it is, but they're going to want to be independent. And that is really powerful. We want you to be independent of us, because when you have that mindset of independence, you are growing and learning. If the child is at home, not wanting to know how to make dinner, not wanting to know how to do laundry, they go off to college, they're going to be a mess. And so you want to be in that mindset of learning and growing and doing all this stuff all the time. Here's the kicker, you guys. I don't have a thumb drive that I can put in your brain to give you all that information like that. And so it's going to take you sitting down, growing, learning, showing up to these classes, asking questions. I love it when my leaders ask me questions, because then I know what maybe I can tell them differently, or everybody learns differently. And so these classes that we do every Monday and every Thursday are to help fill in those gaps, or maybe waken up an area that you didn't know about. Because when you're learning, you only hear what you're able to hear at that moment in time. Did you get what I just said? You're only able to listen and understand what you're able to do at that time. And so Suzanne has been doing doTERRA for 9 years full time. And I've been doing it for 2 years full time. And I just am like blown away by me looking back at these slides that I did in an onboarding class 2 years ago compared to what things are now, and how I'm speaking to people. you will only reach that point when you're in action and doing it. And I've been doing it in action every day, telling people, no, you can't do it that way, and not to be mean, but no, you don't want your child to walk off a cliff and fall, right? You want people to be, in the right spot. So empowering everybody, show where the resources are, show where that's what we're doing right now, and then schedule, set timelines and goals and classes that's going to help you reach your goals in your business, right? And how you're going to get there. So if you are new, I would like to know in the chat, how many are new since June 1st? Just type in a June 1 or type in a 1 so we know you were just after doTERRA opened. And if you're brand new, that is wonderful. Welcome. We're excited to have you. And we want you to be reaching up to the person who brought you on a daily basis. If you really want to run with this, say, hey, this is what I did today, and have, work with an accountability partner. If you don't talk to me or you don't talk to your upline, they're busy. They got things that they're working on. And it's not that they don't want to forget about you. It's just that we don't want to, hey, why haven't you done this yet? Why haven't you done this, that? And you don't want that either, right? You don't want to be, where are you at with all this stuff all the time? Because that may not be the time frame or the ability of what you have with maybe many of you are mothers, that you have children to take care of, that's going to school and all this stuff. There's a lot of work that, you want to be able to figure out how to block out your time to dedicate to doTERRA and be able to honor that. So sometimes it may take telling your husband or your husband telling your wife or whatever it is, that this is your time that you're going to work on the business, and that's going to be that. So now I put the screenshot in here because it's very hard to read, but this is part of the critical conversation that Eric Worre, who's a network marketing person, there's many of them out there but I tend to follow him because he really tells it to you in your face. First, we want to congratulate your new leaders, but you want to ask them, how can they be independent of you as soon as possible? And when I first heard that, I thought it was really rude. Don't leave me. I need your help forever, Suzanne, or, Matthew or whatever. No, it's a mindset. We're not going to leave you, you guys. We're here to support you. We've invested a lot of time and energy and money and resources into getting you to where you are today and helping you grow. And we love you. But we can't do the work for you. Suzanne, we have like thousands of people on our teams that we're trying to help work. And that's why these classes are really important for us to be able to help everybody move up and grow. But if you don't show up for the class, I'm not going to do the class for you separately, and then another one for someone else separately, and another one for some. It's very hard after a while. And so we're creating a culture of showing up and doing your part. Now, how long do you want to have this goal be achieved? So many of you, when we're talking about why do you want to do doTERRA, why are you doing this goal? That's your next step, is to sit down and think about, I'm so excited to be part of doTERRA. And, why did I join doTERRA? Take a minute today after the class and write down a journal of why you're doing doTERRA. It could be that you want to be financially independent and reach tons of money. It could be that maybe you want to send your children to college into a foreign country or something. It could be you want to buy a car, or whatever those goals are. They're perfect because they're your goals. And then you reach up to your upline and you share your goals with them, and you share how fast you want to get that to you in your life. And our job then is to help be a stand and a commitment for you to reach those goals. Okay? Now, so here's the thing. Now, how fast, how many hours do you want to work? This is part of the critical conversation of, if you want to be to certain ranks and a certain time frame and make a certain amount of money, then you're going to want to dedicate a certain amount of time. And it's going to take dedicating a certain amount of classes, a certain amount of phone calls. And I'm going to go through and show you another slide on how much time and what ranks you can get to and different things like that. But I wanted to share this with you during this section because the critical conversation is that I found, well, here in the United States anyway, that, sometimes people think, oh, I have to do a class to earn money. You're like, well, yeah, right. And so when we start to really put it to, you know, putting yourself into action and doing stuff, how many hours you put into it, you will get back. And that's basically what this is. Okay, so here's another slide that I was sharing with you. This is if you're working 3 to 10 hours a week, many people can reach elite in just a matter of 1 to 3 months. Now, I know people who work full time and do stuff that they can't even reach to elite maybe in a year. You guys, that's okay. That's one thing I don't like about this chart is you compare yourself to other people. Maybe what we're going to talk about is mindset and training and personal development that for me, you know um, I know when I'm stuck at a certain rank that there's something that I want to work on or need to work on to be able to move past a sticking point in my mindset. And so that's really powerful. So when you're talking with your upline and mentoring with them on a weekly basis or a monthly basis, whatever your goals are that you set, is where do you want to be and how do you want to reach that? And our job then, and your job when you're mentoring your downline, is also to say, where is that block at? And where are the strengths at? We want to help you focus on shining and polishing your beautiful strengths. Sometimes it doesn't work just only focusing on the negative part, like what you're not good at. And I found that when I sign up different people, that everybody's going to have their power strengths. And when together, we work really well as a team. So maybe you're not a person that enjoys standing up in front of a class and actually teaching it in front of the class. Maybe you're a person that's knee to knee, having coffee with your girlfriend or your guys, and and one-on-one, just doing that. That's perfect. But knowing where your strengths are and how you want to do your business is going to get you there faster instead of struggling because Suzanne and I do it on Zoom all the time. That doesn't mean that's the way you need to do it. Okay. Any questions or any comments, Suzanne?
Yeah, just one thing that I just want everybody to remember is sometimes you become dependent on everything that your upline's doing. You think, oh, my upline needs to do all this for me. My upline needs to help me financially. My upline needs to pay for this. A good leader is going to do exactly what Becky just said. They're going to be proactive and take responsibility for their own team because I could totally blame my upline or ask my upline or expect my upline to do things for me. But really, it's up to me to build my business. Okay. And everybody needs to get that mindset that it doesn't depend on your upline putting people under you, paying you money, all those different kinds of things, that you're responsible for your own business. So just want to make that really clear.
And I think there's a lot of reasons for that. There's styles. Maybe you have a different style. Maybe your group of lead people that you've signed up don't speak English very well, right? Maybe they have not network connection. There's many reasons that would you want to be flexible enough to go outside of the box and be able to grow, because if you're used to just doing it at a certain way, you're going to only have what you have because you do what you do. But if you can actually explore and grow and expand your mindset, then you will have twice as much or 3 times more of what you're able to do, and it's incredible. Like for me, reaching out and working in India, oh my gosh, they don't, I can do that. That's incredible. So that is something that is really pretty cool. And of course, the reason why we're doing this is because the Founder Club. I just put the screenshot in here because I wanted you all to know about this is an amazing goal to reach for. And so if this is one of your dreams and goals, then oh my gosh, what is it going to take? What is it going to do? You have to get to that mindset of what it is to be a founder. Research different founders in doTERRA, research different things that what they had to do to get there. Some people to get to the rank of gold can get there in 6 months. What did they do? How many people did they sign up? How many quality leaders did they sign up as far as being able to run with them and be excited about the business? And when I sit there and think about it, it does. People want to hang out with people who have lots of great energy and have a lot of excitement going on. And I know sometimes it's not very hard. It's very difficult to keep that energy going. But you guys, think about it. Why do you join a club? Why do you go join an exercise group or something? When you think about it, that keeps your accountability going, that keeps you showing up to the club, it keeps you um, on your goals and on your task. And so I feel that that is what this group is. This is what we're doing, is helping you stay on task, reminding you. You could be listening to this class for the millionth time. I don't know if we've done a million of these classes, but um, and you may know all this stuff, but there's that gold nugget that's going to hang there. And you go, she said that a million times, but I didn't hear it that way. And I'm so glad I showed up today, because this is what I'm going to do today to reach that. Okay, so Suzanne was talking earlier about the pipes. There's a beautiful video, and I'm going to share that again. I haven't shared that in my group, but it's like a 38-minute video from Seth Resume, who talks about building a pipeline. And we share with that in many of our classes about this, but this video is really nice to watch. And this is all mirrored after that. We're laying pipes. The first P is prepare. That's what we just talked about. You're preparing yourself, your mind, you're getting your goals together. Now you're going to start doing your names list and your schedules and your resources. You're going to get all of your stuff organized. Now, don't spend very much time here. Like, you can do this in a half hour. Now, the names list is something that you're going to be doing all the time. So that's not a half hour, that's lifelong. But if you can work on just scheduling July, or just scheduling this week of classes that you want to do, taking 15 minutes and write down your goals, plug yourself into the Facebook groups and stuff, boom, you're done, right? And so that's very easy. Now you're going to be focusing on your prospects and on all about doTERRA, the inviting, sampling, reminding people to come to class, presenting, learning how to present the class, learning how to make calls in different scripts, learning the different kinds of classes, learn to teach the wellness consult too. I think I have that on here. Now, E is actually in the United States, it says enroll. But in India, I guess we have to change that to be compliant to the India regulations. And they had some other word there, register, I think. And it didn't say E on there. So I thought, I'm just going to put empower until they really come up with that. But empower people to register. And that would give them 25% below retail, right? Which is really great. So that works for customers, works for everybody. And to get deeper discounts with the monthly loyalty reward program. Again, like Suzanne said, that's the lifeblood of the company. That's the lifeblood of your business. So if you focus on the IPes, invite, present, enroll, invite, present, enroll, 80% of your time, actually, I'm going to say 70% of your time, because supporting is really going to be an area where you maintain people with the loyalty reward program. You help people onboard and consistently order from you every month. It's like you go buy groceries every day, or every, in United States for us, maybe it's once a week or once every 2 weeks for me. Suzanne lives really close to a grocery store. I don't. When I go to the grocery store, it takes me 22 minutes to get there, and I have to have a list and make sure, because if I get home and I forget an ingredient, it's a bummer. Well, now that you can order in India, you can order anytime you want. And but you want to show people how to do that. You want to do a wellness consult with people, showing them how to do this so that they can continually order every month, how they're going to use the oils in their life, so they see the value of using the oils for cleaning their home and all that stuff. You're going to want to make sure that they understand all of that and follow up. If it's somebody working on a particular wellness issue, I like to tell people, give this a week or give this a month, whatever the issue is, and then follow up with me. I want you to reach out with me. Let's put that on our calendar. Every time you talk to somebody, you always want to make sure you have a follow-up sequence. It's so important to do that. And if it's a person who's building a business, you always want to give them an assignment. There's an assignment that you need to put there. Okay, so, oh, one more thing down here below, the personal development. I got to figure out somehow to make that the whole pipe. I'm not sure. That needs to be always ongoing personal development. Block out 15 minutes, an hour. I like to go for a walk every day and I put my earbuds in and I listen to a book on inspiration and motivation, or I listen to Eric Worre, or listen to one of the other leaders' YouTubes and things like that. Okay, so prepare. Here's the names list. Again, you want to think of all the people in your life. Identify, if you sit down and you write down this list of all the people in your life, from church, from any of the community organizations you're members of, your neighbors, people down at the grocery store, people you bought your car from, whatever it is, anybody in your life. And then you want to evaluate them if they're going to be someone who deserves to be on your top line. So if you're brand new and you haven't signed up one person yet, this is valuable real estate. You don't want to sign up your mom. I signed up my mom. She's on my top line. She's not building the business, right? She's not, but she does share. She's a very active sharer, and she has my biggest team, to be honest with you. So because she's interested in natural solutions. So maybe her being 80 years old is wonderful, that she loves natural solutions and she shares with all of her friends who need to get have a different lifestyle change from the pharmaceuticals or something. That's great. But when you're finding somebody who really wants to run with you and have classes and do stuff and help me teach classes and help your leaders teach classes, that's the kind of person you want on your top line. Then level 2, you want to have people like my mom who enjoy talking about the oils. And then level 3 are customers. So we think that it's really a good idea to write down as many people you know in your life and then evaluate them. Who are you going to talk to first and bring them on to doTERRA, so that way you can sign that person up. And then maybe as you're talking, they may say they don't want to do the business. You can still sign them up, and you have a few days, depending on the day you sign them up, that you can move them underneath the other person. So, but be mindful that this is a strategy of being very successful in the business. Anything you want to say on that, Suzanne?
No, I just love that. I just this morning, I sent a new member. He just enrolled. He's on this class today. I sent him the memory jogger. Also, doTERRA has the memory jogger form, and it just gives you ideas of all these different people that you can talk to, and so this list is important. It's really, really, really important, and it should be ongoing.
I actually have it on a spreadsheet. I worked with this sheet first, and then as my mind kind of start understanding what I'm doing and what I'm looking for, I actually have it on a spreadsheet, and I put different requirements for me. Like I have different requirements that's on here because India, most people who do network marketing is men in India. Where in the United States, it tends to be 80% women. So it doesn't matter really, right? But what is the culture and what you want to create with your ideal team? And so if you wanted to add a few more columns here and just kind of use that as an evaluation, that's just really very powerful, I think. And if you have never done network marketing before, don't put too much into it, you guys. Just start playing. The most important thing is just to be active and get going. So just another thing is to keep in mind as you're planting seeds. You're just, a gardener is going to throw out many seeds and cultivate the dirt and work the dirt and wait for the right time. There's all this stuff that goes in before you ever get a little seedling coming up, right? And so you're calling these people, you're talking to these people. It could be in person, face-to-face, voice texting, private messaging or direct messaging, social media posts. But you guys, the most valuable way is in person. The most valuable way is in person. So one of the things that, you know what, Suzanne, I forgot to look. Are they still on this keychain in India?
Not yet.
Not yet, but they sell the sample bottles, right? Yeah. Yeah, the sample bottles are on the website. So these sample bottles, pick up a few of these. Like I think there's 12 to a packet. Pick up some sample bottles. Pick up at least the lavender, lemon, and peppermint. The peppermint one is the king sampler, just telling you. And I would put 10 drops, no more. How many drops do you put in there? 5, 10? Don't put more than 10, right? Because
Yeah.
the cost, you want to keep your cost down. Even if you put 2 or 3 in here, that's fine. And then people can experience the smell. If they have a wellness issue that they're working on, maybe find the oil that's in India that works perfectly for that wellness issue, sample that, keep track of that on the chart. There's a prospect tracker chart that I also shared in my group. I don't know, Suzanne, if you wanted to share that with your group, because the prospect tracker has, did you sample? Did you invite them to a class? Did you do all this stuff, right? And so that is really just a great way to do that. The oils really do, they're impactful. Okay, here's a chart that you can use to plan your classes. So this is just ideas, you guys. It doesn't have to be this form, but I would suggest if you're just getting started, sure, make a screenshot, write it down on a sheet of paper, whatever it takes, just to help you not be stuck. Well, how do I teach a class? How do I start with a class? Just fill out this form. And then if you find something that works better for you down the road, great. That's perfect. And then share, use your team to share ideas on. The duplication tools that are there, that doTERRA has an incredible amount of duplication tools. When Suzanne and I first started, they just came out with these like a month before. And I think when Suzanne started, there wasn't any tools, right? So they've come up with so many great tools. What I like about these tools is it keeps everything uniform, meaning all of your leaders, everybody you're talking to, customers, leaders, whatever, are all getting the same material so that we're on the same page. Don't reinvent the wheel. I'm really good at reinventing the wheel. I'll just tell you, and it doesn't work so well. So you want to use what's there so people can pick up the tools off the websites. We're all working together and talking the same page. And when you're doing that, that's where momentum happens. So I'll show you again on the website where you can download these pages. And this business building guide is what I'm teaching from. These screenshots are from this guidebook, you guys. And this is wonderful. This guidebook is actually on training.doterra.com. It's free. You can download this book. And then you can every day or once a week, whatever your schedule is, you will go through and you can self-teach yourself, use these tools to teach your team, whatever it takes. But this is a way to keep it uniform. And I just love this book. When they came out with this last year, it was just incredible. It really has such great stuff on there. So, okay. Now, then you want to familiarize with the promotions. So know what the promotions are this month. It's really incredible. I love this. These are, I swear, the most popular oils, On Guard and Breathe. During the pandemic, and I hear that there's another wave happening now starting in India. And so get these oils, On Guard and Breathe. I'm telling you, start doing On Guard every day and Breathe. But you get these oils for free if you sign up with 200 PV. So isn't that great to know that if you actually just joined, you haven't bought your oils yet, purchase a kit. This kit here is a kit that's 200 PV. I believe it comes with a diffuser as well as another option. And so, yeah, make sure you know what the promotions are. So when you're doing a class, you can speak of these ideas because I'm pretty sure that some people who are on this call, I may not have shared this 200 PV with. And why didn't she share that with me? So that is a bummer, right? We want to make sure that everybody knows all the stuff, but you don't want to dump on people because it becomes so much and so overwhelming, they'll shut down. So that's why we want to train people the culture of asking questions and just doing a little drip, one thing at a time. I also have been training my leaders I love this little plastic folder. Now we can buy them at a dollar store here in the United States. They're very inexpensive. And you can put these little clear sheets in it. I love to print out the price list. I like to print out my class sheets. I have the promotions in here. I have enrollment forms in here. And I carry this around with me everywhere. It's in the back of my car. Well, not the Indy one. I have one for United States. But this is, so if I happen to be someone and someone goes, oh, I want to enroll, what are the enrollment kits? Now, I will just grab that form and hand it to them and say, yeah, look at here, and it'll give me the power to show them. It's kind of hard to do that on the phone, but maybe you're more skilled than I am that way. But go ahead and do something like this. It could be a binder, but have it nice and clean and uniform, like you're organized. If you just have loose sheets floating around in your backpack or something, they get all dirty and dented and stuff, and doesn't work so well. Get familiar with the compensation plan. Now, I know this compensation plan could be something that is maybe a little bit complicated at first. Don't overcomplicate it. Okay, there are 5 ways that doTERRA pays. We've talked about this many times. I'll just give you the 5. Oh, my numbers aren't right. This is supposed to be number 5 right here. That's what you call doing things on the fly. Okay, so you get paid retail. So if you have items in your home and you're with you, you don't have to. What's one beautiful thing about people being able to order off your website is they can, you don't have to have inventory. But some of my leaders are purchasing these intro kits to have. People don't want to sign up maybe, and they just want to have instant oils. So you can have that there with you and then sell it to them at 25% profit. Do not sell it more than that. It's kind of one of doTERRA's rules, is to make sure you follow the pricing structure so that people don't feel like they're being taken advantage of. One of the things you could probably make sure you're charging for would be to get reimbursed for your taxes and your shipping. So you can consider that. But there's also the sharing bonus. There's the power of 3, the unilevel, and then the leadership bonuses. And so, understanding when you're first getting started, the sharing bonus and the power of 3 are really super important. They're really super valuable. Okay, so over here is the another chart that I created that is the more details of what we just talked about, the retail profit, the sharing bonus, and the power of 3. If you understand these 3 right away, then that will be really powerful for you. It will help you plan and structure your team within the power of 3. It will help you know when you enroll somebody that you get 25% with that first enrollment, and then the person who enrolled you will get 10%. So even if you're not enrolling somebody, your downline's enrolling somebody, you will earn a commission on that too. So it's really important to get them going right away. Okay, now this is 60 days. So if you enrolled this person, you will earn 25% after 60 days, within the 60-day time frame. After 60 days, it goes to another thing called the unilevel. Now, some businesses, I know some network marketing companies call tap rooting, where you put a lot of people on one line. You don't want to do that so much with doTERRA, because if you're brand new and your team volume is only 1,000 PV and you have people all the way down at the 7th level, you're not going to earn commissions on any of those people, because you have to unlock your growth of your business to silver to be able to get paid on the 7th level. And a lot of people don't understand that. I've noticed that you can tell some people who've been with another network marketing company, they actually get paid a higher commission on the top level. So doTERRA is actually reverse. We pay more on the bottom level or the lower levels where most people are going to be. So if you're actually training people to build on 3, 3, 3, 3, see, you're going to have more people at the lower levels. Really focus on the structure here. Anything you want to say on that, Suzanne?
No, I just hope that if you do not understand this compensation plan, because we've gone over it many, many times, but there are a lot of new people on this class. And I know when I heard it for the first time, I was like, what? I'd never done network marketing before. And I had to listen to it several times, and I had to ask questions and have things explained to me. It's very important that you understand this. So if you don't, ask your upline leader to go through it with you, to explain it. Listen to a video again and again and again. Make sure you understand the compensation plan.
So my whole idea with this class was just for onboarding. It wasn't actually to teach this information for you. And there are classes and videos that we have. We have them in different languages. Hindi, I'm not sure what the other list of languages right off the top of my head, but I know some people have asked in the chat. Seems that a lot of people are private messaging me. Um, I don't know, maybe it's only allowing people to private message. But basically videos have been translated on how to learn more about the compensation. And I would suggest to watch them over and over again. And again, like Suzanne said, we'll be teaching the compensation plan once a month. But my goal here is to actually spend more time on the website. So I wanted to get through this stuff here pretty quickly. And it's not to be skipping over it. It's just to plant the seeds for you guys to kind of see the whole picture. Okay. So don't try to memorize all this stuff right now. So basically earning elite is what we call the core rank. And it's very important to know that because it's the foundation of the different ranks. And this will be something that to try and get to elite as soon as possible. And then try to teach your downline to get to elite. And that will help you rank up. And again, this is a structure of sometimes when you're building your business, it doesn't look so perfect. That's okay. Don't worry about it, you guys. I have like 30 people on my top line. And it's not because of, me, my poor planning or anything. It's just I have a lot of customers and it just doesn't look perfect like this. And so you're going to want to strategize and structure it this way if you can, but don't be all, stuck in that. And here is another chart that you can get on the website that will help you planning and structuring and doing all this stuff, okay? And this is a form that we can send in the chat, but you can also find it in the tools library on empoweredsuccess.com and doterra.com too. So there's several places you can find this chart or just draw it out on a napkin. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But I find I'm very visual. My team kind of laughs at me because I'm always drawing this out for them and showing them how they can look at it and see more powerfully. The biggest thing to really remember is your belief. You want to believe in the products. The products are so easy to believe in, you guys, but you can't believe in them if you don't have them and don't use them. And so, one of the biggest things, that's why I do doTERRA, is no questions asked, like these products work for me. They are incredible. And believing in the company, like the company's integrity is just so powerful. I hear it over and over, like 10 times a day. Well, there's a lot of corruption and a lot of poor network marketing companies in India that take advantage of you and rip you off and stuff. You guys, we want to train you not to follow that path. Like, I'm not saying that you're you're not one of those people. What I'm saying is that we want to teach an integrous company. We want everybody to follow the rules as closely to the vest as you can so that people know and understand that you are a company that can be trusted. You are somebody that is part of a culture that you can be proud of. And likewise, with other leaders that are not on your team, you would want that the same. You don't want somebody out there ruining your opportunities because they're giving doTERRA a bad name, right? So it's really important for that. And really believing in your why, like traveling the world. I know so many people have asked me that they would love to come to United States. Put that down. If that's your why, we would love to have you come. But it takes action, sharing, enrolling, and launching. Like, the three pipes that we talked about, where you're going to spend most of your time on, and you will get results. You will get results. But if it's kind of like if you're on a diet and you want to lose weight, but you keep eating bad foods and not exercising, you're not going to get results. So you have to look at your mindset and actually change some of those mindset things are going to need to change. And it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. But what we like to do is help you through that by taking on assignments. Some of you may have done network marketing before, and that you can take on a 10 kind of assignment where it's really hard, meaning, these kind of assignments are more difficult to do. And then we usually like to start at a 7 with your names list and talking about your why and learning the class. And if that might be just too much because you're working too many hours at another job or something, then we'll make it a little bit easier, help you get started. more on a time frame that will work better for you. Okay. But you have to communicate this. We do not want you to quit because we're giving you a hard assignment and you think it's something that you can't do. We just need to know so that that way we can, oh, here's some tools that will help you be able to get to the places that you want to go at your speed, at your time. And we'll push you a little bit if you want us to. And if you say, don't push me, I don't like that, then we won't. But we need to know that. So communication is very key. Our job is what? To communicate. And so I know many of you are very shy because maybe English is not your first language. That's okay. That's why we try to record these classes so that you can slow the video down. You can listen to it at a slower speed. But a leader doesn't do for others, but shows how them to do, like such that they become better than they know themselves to be. So you have many blind spots. I just love that quote, where these blind spots are weak areas that we all have in different aspects of our life. And others can see it, but maybe you can't because it's so close to you, to your heart. That's why you want to be able to talk to your upline and have them mentor you to be able to help you get through those areas for you to grow. Okay, so my list of expectations for my leaders is creating a culture. Now, this is an example. Maybe you've worked for another network marketing company and you have other things that you want to add to it, or you don't think that one of these works well for you, but this is something I would suggest you put into play right away. Place an LRP order every month. I expect my team to, if they want to build the business, then that is something that they're going to want to do. And by the 15th of each month. Okay. Now, if you are a customer or you're curious about the business, maybe not this month or something, that's okay. But we do believe that when you invest in yourself, you're investing in your future. Show up for our classes as much as possible. We do these classes every Monday and every Thursday. Now, since India has opened up, we've been sharing these classes with the India doTERRA, but we want to keep consistent. Keep an eye on your group chat and make sure that you know the next class. Be sure to schedule a time block for those to be there. And as you're onboarding new people, have them come to the classes. This leadership class that we have right now is supposed to be for those who have a member ID. So keep that in mind. It's just another way to be sure to, we have lots of stuff that we share. And sometimes we, want to be sure that everybody's following suit there, right? So be coachable. Like sometimes you're going to hear things that you don't want to hear. And I know Suzanne's told me some of those things, and I get frustrated and angry, and I act like a 2-year-old for a little while. And that's okay. She's very patient with me. um, and but you want to be committed, and that's going to move you through some of those areas, and capable and hungry. And so maybe computers or network is not there for you. So what are the things that you can think outside of the box to be able to make that access more available for you? Learn to teach the class. Learn to teach it right away. Give timely wellness consults. When people get their oils, do wellness consults. And mentor the downline. Schedule mentoring happening. It could be just a 5-minute, 15-minute mentoring, but you're touching base, helping them be accountable, helping you be accountable. And then always be actively prospecting. One of the biggest things too that I feel is really important is to not complain. Life is not perfect. Can you imagine all the things that are going on in the world right now? Like with the COVID thing, or with the Ukraine war. Can you imagine being in a country right now where there's a strong war with bombs happening? Seriously, we have more important things to worry about when there's a shipment that didn't get there today. Maybe there's a mudslide on the hills or something that made that not happen. There's always something. But if you can complain about something, think of a solution. I really feel that that's important. Or make sure you did the research first, that you covered all the bases before you complain, because I've learned so much when I do that. I'm like, oh, it was this, and that really sticks to my vest. Instead of just complaining to somebody, then you're dumping on someone else, and we don't have the full story. Did you do this? Did you do that? Did you do? And it's no, no, no. Well, go back and make sure you have the full story taken care of before you complain. And then we're here to help you. Make sure you get through those those parts, but don't complain to your downline because we want to create that culture of that people want to belong to good things, right? They don't want to belong to complaints all the time. And so show the love in the downline. Be professional, represent doTERRA's culture and policies and guidelines. Always represent a positive forward thinking and denounce negativity and gossiping. And then be ruthless and inviting to corporate events. You guys, we have a corporate event coming up the first week in August. I have a chart here where all those dates are and stuff like that, but like be like ruthless. You want to have more people. It's almost like a competition how many people you can have there, because when you're able to have other people edify what you're up to, it's incredible. It will make a huge difference. And so making and taking advantage of these are some. Suzanne's going to be there this 1st of August, so you get to meet Suzanne. And I'm going to come in November. It'll be my time coming, so we're excited for that. And but you really want to take advantage of these corporate events. I like to take a Suzanne. She always takes me out to lunch when we go down to the conference here in United States, and we get to sit and visit and get to appreciate each other as human beings, as partners more, instead of always just on a Zoom call, right? So it's really nice to do that. And then celebrate all the wins. I think that's so important to celebrate all the wins that's happened, and little wins and big wins. So accountability is, again, success habits are so key to be able to be clicking this checkbox, making sure you're doing the same thing and being consistent day in and day out. And Suzanne's really great. She always talks about um, just a little by little every day, just be consistent. Just don't quit. Like, sometimes you'll stop for a week because you got busy, and then it's so hard to pick up that momentum again. If you can just do a little bit every day, a little bit every day, it's better than a lot one day and nothing the next. So being consistent. And I love this chart. If you can keep these habits going, and how many contacts did you make today for new people? How many customers did you reach out? How many builders did you reach out? And how many samples did you do? How many social media posts did you do? Maybe your list looks a little different than this, but it's just a really great guideline, right? Again, here's another list that you can look at. And I like this. This is in the business guidebook. This is the newer one. And so preparing, what did you prepare today? Who did you invite? Who did you present to? Blah, blah, blah. And then what's so important is when you keep track of these, you want to plan, do, review. Review what worked, review what didn't work. And this is how you start polishing yourself as a really big leader. When we talked about being a founder, what does doTERRA want? Who do they want in that founder seat to be representing doTERRA? They want a leader that's polished, that's really good at teaching classes, that will go around to these corporate events and help teach these classes. They want somebody who's really skilled and mindful and pleasant. And so what is that? What does that look like for you? And how do you get there? Right? Okay. So here's the screenshot for the August tour coming up. So Chennai is the 1st of August, which is incredible. Yay. And then Mumbai is August 2nd. And then note, Calcutta is August 3rd. We don't have the locations yet. And then we have 2 dates. We have August 4th on Guwahati and then New Delhi. The reason for that is we have one of the owners, executives of doTERRA's coming, and he can only be for a certain day. So he's going to break off and do a different day by himself. Is it New Delhi that he's doing, Suzanne?
Yeah, he's doing Chennai and Mumbai and New Delhi. He'll be in those 3 events, I believe.
Okay. And that is Greg Cook.
Greg Cook.
And then Suzanne is going to be in Calcutta, Dimapur, Guwahati, right? Oh no, you're not going to Guwahati. Matthew's going to Guwahati.
Yeah.
So these locations have not been announced yet, you guys, but note that the first 2 hours are going to be a business meeting. So that will be for people who want to build the business. It's going to be very basic information on like mindset and really good stuff. And then there's going to be a break where you'll go out of the room and you'll meet up with your prospects and guests. And so that is going to be exciting. Bring them in. And that would be basically an introduction class, I believe, right?
Yeah, so no, they said on the team app, I think that
It's going to be about the CPT.
but if you see right here at the very bottom of this image where it says event flow, so first there will be a business meeting only for wellness advocates that are enrolled. And that's going to be for 2 hours. Do you see that at the bottom of Becky's slide
Yeah, I already
here?
said that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's not just an intro class, but anyways, just so you know, guests will not be able to attend that class. They will not be able to register, and there'll be 2 separate registrations. So if you want to go to the business class, you need to have an ID. Your people need to be enrolled. And then the intro part is going to be that 1 hour after the break. And anybody can come to that. That's for everybody to invite their prospects.
Perfect.
And I think they're going to send out it's going to be an Eventbrite link. You'll need to register. I think they're coming out with that this week. And yeah, so this week we should be able to register for these events.
I would, you guys, one of the things with that Eventbrite list is that if you're inviting a lot of people, and maybe you're prospecting on social media or something like that, make sure you keep track of who's coming and take care of those people. So make sure that is something that's really important. Like I know, how do I say this? Is you want to make sure you get their email, you want to make sure you get the contact information and stuff like that. But most of the time, I just have to, I don't know why I'm saying that. So let's move on. Okay. I wanted to share this picture because I thought it was really important. It's like I was training for a triathlon. So I didn't know how to swim. And of course, there's not a picture of me in a swimsuit here for a reason. But when you're doing a triathlon, you need to learn how to swim, ride a bike, and run. And this took me a year to train for. But this is me coming to the finish line. And I finished in the middle. I didn't get first or anything like that. But this was a huge, remarkable thing because I did not know how to swim. I had to swim a quarter of a mile. I didn't know how to swim. And so, I mean, I can get my face underwater and do that. But when it comes to competitively swimming and doing things and being good at it, we all have fears that we need to go over. And so when you're doing, when we're doing something that's not comfortable, just move through it and do it anyway. Okay, so I'm going to close out of the class.
Oh, Becky, I just want to say
Mhm.
that I love the fact that Larry is standing over there on the side clapping, cheering you, because we all need those people, our support group, right? We all need those people, and we're that for you. But you need people in your life, your leaders, your upline, family members, friends. Some people will be critical and they'll say, "This is don't do this, MLM. That's not good." You need people who are in your corner, who are clapping for you, just like Larry's doing here, who are encouraging you and supporting you. And we're doing that, but you need those people all around you. So surround yourself with people who believe in you, who know that you can do this. Okay.
Okay, so here is real quick the doTERRA training, doterra.com. This is different things that you can do. You can click on. There's some of them are free, some of them you have to pay for. Um, and they're really great. You can go back and watch the videos over and over again, like this essential oil certification. It's it's not very scientific, but it's enough science in there for you to feel like you understand the chemistry of the oils. And you could just click on these and they have a whole video that talks about it, and then little questions and downloads. They don't have anything in Hindi yet, but it looks like they've got other languages here, which is cool. And it's just really well done, you guys. So this is a nice way if you are one of those people that loves to just get involved in training. Maybe you're available at a different time than we are. This is a nice way to onboard people, like this whole training that we've done here is to onboard people at their speed. There's also a website called source2you.com, and I'll post this in the group. And the source2you.com, this one here is on lemongrass, but go through this whole website. This is the sourcing, the quality, the purity, the stories behind doing the oils, and having these stories. If you have nothing, like you're just brand new, you haven't heard much about doTERRA, but even just telling a story of some of these that they have about the difference that they've made with families and farmers who've sourced these oils, and farm these oils. So it's just really fun to share those in classes too, even if you don't have a testimonial, right? This is just a nice thing to share. Then again, this is the official site for India. Notice here how it has the IN at the top. And down here, they've got resources where you can find all the compliance documents, the compensation plan, the policy manual. All these things are real important to look at. Maybe at first you want to print these out and put them in a little booklet. They've got brochures, flyers, forms, videos. I mean, you can spend a lot of time here. um, and then they've got recipes. This is the blog where you can find all these cool recipes to make things to cook with and clean with and stuff. So if you're going to do a class, I always like to challenge maybe somebody you're partnering with a class with is say, hey, here's a recipe. Can you make this? Make this recipe for a class tomorrow. And then everybody can experience the oils during class. This is the United States site. See here how it says US English. And again, the resources for this is under Discover, the same kind of thing, but you can also go all the way down to the bottom. There's ebooks, the certification training, more literature, corporate information. So this is just really great stuff here. Anybody have any questions on this, Suzanne?
No.
Okay. Okay, now we wanted to show how to enroll somebody. Now there is a thing called link generator, and link generator will allow you to use your account ID and share it with other people so that way you can have them enroll themselves, which is really important. And Suzanne, do you want to share in the chat the link generator link? I can get it real quick here, I think. Let me just do this. This are my text showing up in the chat? So what you want to do is you want to here in the United States I have to use my website, but in India you want to use this. So you put your ID number here, blah 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 blah, and then you'll type in India. It's right here, and English language is the only one available for India. And then this is the enrollment. Click here and generate the link, and then you can make a short link. And the short link is the one I kind of like to use, but the problem with the short link is it doesn't have your ID with it. So if you go back to the full link, see I typed 3333333 right here. That's not the ID number, but that will show your ID number on here. And I think that that's kind of good, important information to do, because if it was somebody like me that I saw that link, I would know that it's for you, okay? And so what happens is it will come up to your website. And so here's showing me and Larry up here on my website, and then people can go through and click on India, continue. And then they're going to be a wellness advocate, automatically receiving all these benefits. They could continue. Then you can download this orientations material PDF. It's very simplistic. It's nice to have. Hit continue. Now in here, you want to make sure you do not put any shapes, symbols, number symbols, colons, commas, just letters, you guys. Seriously, letters and numbers. Don't do anything weird there, and you'll be fine. Make sure you get the state. Now, if the shipping address is the same, you can just click on this box, but some people have different shipping addresses, so put the new address in. And then down here is also, people have asked me about this food handlers permit. What this is that we have food grade oils available on the website. And to unlock all of those oils, you will want to register for that. It's not required at first. You just need your ID here and your ID here. You do not need to fill this out nor this out. My suggestion is, though, if you're going to do the business, that you will want to get this food handlers permit. And what's really cool is you can mouse over the question mark right there, and it will come up the website. You can open that into a new tab, and then you can go through and fill that out, get that complete. There's a small fee. This is the website of the government. It has nothing to do with doTERRA other than a food grade permit ID here. Once you get that, go through the steps of filling this out, then you can put that number here. If you don't do it at this time, don't worry about it. You can go back and submit this ID number here later. If you're doing the business too, I would suggest to put your tax ID number here as well. Okay, then the date of birth and all this stuff, you fill all this stuff out. You click on that, you agree to this stuff. Oh, I don't want to skip over this. The enroller ID and sponsor ID is very critical. You want to put who's enrolling, who's the person enrolling. So let's say I'm teaching you guys how to do this. I'm not the enroller. If you brought a guest to the meeting or brought them from your list, this person is going to be your person. So your ID needs to go here. But if you're going to place them somewhere on your team, you place them under somebody, you want that person you're placing them under this ID here. And we can go over this more for you new people. It's not a problem. There's videos and stuff on that too. But a lot of people, you can change the sponsor after 14 days, but that's changed too, depending on the time you sign up. But just remember 14 days is kind of a good guideline, I guess. I'm not sure. Make sure you get the password, you hit continue. Now, you don't have to buy a kit in India right away, but we're suggesting that you do. If you can go through and buy a kit, that would be really important. So were we going to show how to purchase the kit here?
Yeah, okay. We're
We're kind
already
of late time. How
yeah,
did the time?
yeah, we're already an hour and a half, so I think we need to probably do this next time or something.
Okay, so how is everybody doing? You guys doing okay? So we go ahead and do this later. We've got a video on how to enroll
Yeah.
or how to do stuff. But
There's totally a video. Yeah, and in the chat, I think they could only either private message you or me. Nobody could do it to the whole group for some reason. So I've just been responding to the ones that were, to me, there's really nothing that's pertinent to everybody. So that was so much good information. I hope you guys I saw screenshots going through all the chats of people's screenshots that they're taking of this class. So that's really awesome.